really excited. She had no idea she was getting videotaped today. Anyway, but her hair is seriously the cutest, and she has thick hair, so I wanted to show this cut on thick hair. She thinks it's thin, but she has a lot of hair. She used to have like a ton more, but yeah, so I wanted to show you guys, we're going to make her neckline shorter. She just wants it short, easy. So I'm gonna cut this neckline in. Yeah, I appreciate her letting us cut this, but it is just such a cute cut. And every time she leaves, I think, oh man, we should have recorded that, because it's just, it literally is the cutest cut. It looks great on her. Okay, so I just cut that in, and we're just gonna trim this up. These little trimmers. Okay, same thing here. Just clean that up. And her color, when we're done, is absolutely gorgeous also. Okay, so I just cleaned this up. Now I'm gonna start up here on the top. We're going to go just about 1.5 inches long here, maybe 2 inches, depending on what your inch is. Everybody's inches are different, so that's when I'm taking a lot of length. I like to ask what an inch is to people, because some people, their inches are like really 1/2 inches, or what I think would be a half. So yeah, I always like to ask. Okay, so from here, the middle of, about halfway down, now I'm angling in, and I want this tight so she doesn't have to deal with it. And it's very thick. Yeah, see, she's pumped about that. Just so it will lay into place. Okay, then I'm gonna come up here, point cut into this. And her hair grows like a weed, right, Ann?
Yes, it does.
So it's good to go a little shorter. She feels like she's getting a totally new haircut when she comes back, because it's grown out into a different style. So by the time we cut it back in, it feels good again, because it's short. So yes, you can feel, my fingers are at her scalp in the back, just so you know how tight to take that. Make sure you feel the scalp with your fingers. Again, point cut into this. That's really important with thick hair, is not to cut it straight, if that makes sense, not just a straight line. You want to cut in like this so it has more movement. And it won't look as choppy, because sometimes if you cut the hair straight, you'll see those lines in the hair. Okay, same thing out here. Just gonna pull this out. And then I'm going to angle in, and from about the middle, you're going to just come, angle in like I said before. Point cut into that. And I love to have her back short, like I said, so she doesn't even have to deal with it. It'll just fall into place when she dries it. And not have to worry. Huh, Ann?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so right here by her ear, I'm gonna go tight here. Okay, now I'm gonna come this way, and then I'm just going to just trim this down. Now she likes it over her ear, so I'm gonna angle this part down a little bit. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like her ears totally showing. So that's why I angle it that way. Okay, same thing here. Come up, there's that guide point there that you can follow. And then as soon as I'm done cutting the length and everything else, we'll come back and we will texturize it, because that definitely will make a huge difference, especially with thick hair. That will help, if you texturize it and kind of thin it out, it'll help it lay really nice, and it also will help it so it dries faster, especially where it's thick. Which now it's going to be shorter, so that obviously takes off some time, but okay, and then you just take this side. Yeah, it was crazy, you guys. It was fine this morning, and then all of a sudden we got a ton of snow. Started snowing and it hasn't stopped, so it's actually kind of crazy. So I was kind of feeling bad because I'm like, everybody that leaves with their hair done, they need an umbrella or something. Okay, same thing here. Come this way. And then from that, you angle down. And that's what I mean, because we're going to keep that length around her ear, okay? Okay, now the front, just going to come across, just straight across this top. This will give her some height and body through this front, because this is so long up here. That I feel like she feels like it's kind of hanging there. Do you feel like it's
too long?
Absolutely. Too long. So we just need to get rid of that so she can have some volume through this top. Okay, then her ears. I'm gonna hold this out. So from that guide point, just gonna kind of come out this way and just round this. Okay. Yeah, let's take your glasses off. We're gonna take those off so we can, thanks my dear. Then we're gonna hold it out this way. And we just kind of want these really piecey, and I'll texture those too. She likes it a little bit longer here on her sides, but definitely pieced out so she doesn't feel like it's just one.
It gets real bulky when it starts to grow.
Yeah, see, that's a good, instead of the length, I'm glad she said that. That's the word I'm looking for. It does, it gets bulky, so she doesn't want that. So we'll texturize that really good when I come back. And then I'm just taking a little bit of length here. Okay. All right, now this side, same thing. I'm gonna hold this out. And you can see that guide point right there? That's where I cut to. Wow, and your sides are so long. You're like, you don't have to tell me, huh? Yeah, you could have like curled these in ringlets or something. Oh, too funny.
And it starts to go backwards when it gets long, and it don't want to lay frontward at all.
Right, so that probably drives you crazy. Okay, so I'm just holding that hair, kind of taking tiny little chunks out of that. Okay, and then I'm gonna hold this out. Make sure we're even here. A little bit heavy here. Okay, now, so her bangs, I'm gonna hold these out. I'm gonna rest my shears here. Come in this way. Now she has a little bit of curl, so you obviously don't want to take them too short. I know she doesn't love them in her eyes, but you don't want to go too short, so just kind of cut into those a little. Okay, and now we're going to come through here and texturize. I'm coming up about 1 inch, and then I'm just going to really give this some good texture so it has a lot of movement when we dry it. And then when we dry it, you guys will see what I'm talking about. It's so cute of a cut. Just really good for some thick hair. Even if it's more curly, you obviously can see this is straight, but like through her hair, once it gets a little longer, it can curl. And so, right? And so, anyway, it's a good cut for thick curly hair. Now, just these sides, you're gonna wanna make sure that they're really textured. And then of course you can go back through once it's dry if you feel like it needs more. But that's about how much I'm doing. And of course when you dry it, a lot of that hair will come out too. Okay, so the root lifter up here, because we do want this to stand up. She likes height here, so she doesn't feel like her hair's hanging. So we're gonna put that root lifter there, and then 1 squirt of the mousse. And we are not spraying thickening spray on Anne. She doesn't need it, do you?
No, I certainly don't.
Alrighty. Okay, now we're just gonna start drying this. Switch this back, just dry straight down. The texturizing hair coming out. Okay, now from her side, we're gonna kind of come forward with it a little bit. Okay, so I'm just moving up. So I dry out this and then I come up this way. You bet, absolutely. Is that better? Drying forward here. Everything else just normal. I'm just grabbing with my fingers. And then of course I come in where I put that root lifter. Just lift with my fingers. If you do have really, really curly hair, it's best if you dry it on, not high. If you can dry it on a low speed, that's best if it's super duper curly. through this top. She likes more height, so I just take the flat iron and come straight up with it. Now this is a GHD Platinum flat iron. These are great for any type of hair, but especially thick hair, because you need something that's gonna have enough heat, but not over process. And I wouldn't say process, I guess that's not the word, but overheat your hair. This will actually go to the porosity of your hair. And so her bangs, you can see I'm just kind of coming down to straighten, I'm gonna straighten those a tiny bit just because she has a little curl. Her sides are kind of cute with a little bit of a curl you can see. I might texture that a little. We'll wait here in a second and I'll look in the mirror. I always like to double check my work in the mirror. Okay.
And it looks thicker.
You're like, hey, look at this. Okay, so now, here I'm just gonna take a little bit more off. Just because I don't want her sides to get too thick. Especially by the time she comes back to get it cut. Just because her hair grows fast and her hair is thick. So we definitely want to make sure. See how that kind of calms that side down a little? Now same thing here, I'm going to just take a little bit more off on the sides. That's what I'm talking about, you know, cutting when you're dry. Because you can always come take more, but you can't put it back. So, I always like to just make sure I don't take too much and come back for more if I need to. Okay, now I love to put the oil, 2 drops of oil. This will just shine, especially silver gray hair, which is, your hair's gorgeous.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, that'll also go in and give her some moisture. It'll kind of suck in. And then I love the clay to piece it out. And this, like I say, if you've heard me before, this doesn't make it sticky, but it does piece it out and make it look really cute, especially through the sides and the front. You feeling better?
Mm-hmm. I should say.
Okay, now I'll turn this way. I'm just going to check her in the mirror. How's that look?
Good. Can I come Thursday morning and have you do it again?
You bet. Absolutely. For you, yes.
That's
Absolutely.
Thanksgiving morning.
Yeah.